Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. We are right in the middle of tax season, but don't worry, you still have just over a month to file. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us live in studio with what taxpayers can expect this year. Good evening, Emily.
Ken, experts told me today that parents with children at home will be impacted the most by this year's changes.
Change comes with every season. In tax season, that change can be literal.
So relative to the last 4 or 5 years, this is a pretty calm year. There aren't really major changes.
After a few busy years of pandemic relief, UW-Madison professor Michael Collins explains that many of those programs are dropping.
For people who don't have kids, and who weren't getting those tax credits before, it's probably not a major difference.
And Viterbo Associate Dean John Robinson warns that parents will see a difference in their tax returns.
For this cycle, for families with children, especially working class families with children, it's a big change.
The child tax credit is dropping from $3,600 per young child to $2,000 each.
That was rent money that was paid on the credit card, that was like folks are using that for stuff, in the pandemic.
The child and dependent care credit, which helps parents pay for child care, has also decreased.
It's just useless now, and it would have been $1,000 in your pocket last year.
But if your family doesn't have children at home, you might not notice a difference, with the exception of the rising cost of everything.
Taxes reflect inflation, and so some of those tax credits, the deductions, and those kinds of things have been increased.
Both experts say if you haven't, now is the time to file.
And the experts also say to be sure to keep track of all your documents when you're filing your taxes, and in some cases to not expect a refund at all. Ken?
All right. Thanks very much, Emily. And this year's deadline to file is April 18th.